Now, until Wednesday's tribunal ruling, the battle to determine the actual winner and loser of the February 23, 2019 presidential poll was for over 5 months keenly contested, and it wasn't without twists and turns from all parties involved. Our next report by Joseph Oko chronicles events which led to the affirmation of Muhammadu Buhari as the rightful winner of the presidential poll.
Victory at last for Muhammadu Buhari and the All Progressives Congress. The outcome of the tribunal was the most anticipated among several legal cases arising from the February 23 Presidential National Assembly election. For weeks, Atiku Abubakar fought doggedly at the court for the results of the keenly contested presidential poll to swing to his favor. It was never going to be an easy task deposing the incumbent, Muhammadu Buhari, but his conviction that the electoral process was flawed led to him and his party on March 5, 2019, file an application for the court to order the Independent National Electoral Commission to allow them access to election materials. This was the first phase before the proper filing of the case that would last for about 25 weeks. Although the court on March 6 granted PDP's request to inspect election materials, it denied them the prayer to scan and do forensic audit on the materials.
And today, the Court of Appeal, sitting as the Presidential Election Tribunal, has granted us that order to inspect documents that INEC used in conducting the election. That's the summary.
Despite the appeals court's directive to inspect voter registers, smart card readers, ballot papers and others, the PDP alleged that INEC flouted that order by denying them access. For President Muhammadu Buhari and the APC, they weren't willing to go down without a fight. On April 13, the party claimed that Atiku Abubakar wasn't qualified to have contested the election in the first place because he isn't Nigerian, but a Cameroonian, having been born there. Although proceedings of the petition tribunal commenced on the 8th of March, it wasn't until the 8th of May it officially began sitting. The tribunal was chaired by the president of the appeal court, Justice Zainab Bokachua.
So far, we've empaneled 78 panels to cover the election tribunals in all the states of the Federation, excluding Jigawa State, where no election petition has been filed. The panels are now in place and have started hearing the petitions.
This became a problem for the PDP, who wanted her to step down because her family has ties with the APC. Although the court didn't buy PDP's argument, for the sake of public interest, Justice Zainab resigned. As the case progressed, both the petitioner and respondent kept faith in the tribunal to favor them in the petitions before it. For the PDP, they again lost in their bid to inspect INEC's server. While the petitioner insisted that he polled a higher number of votes in the result generated electronically, INEC on its part maintained that the poll was mostly done manually, distancing itself from the said server.
They are saying that there is a particular server which they created and gave it a number. And we say we don't have that server. Well, we have said it time without number. You say I have a white wife. I say I don't have a white wife.
I'm humble enough to say that the Supreme Court is quite correct. What it merely did was to affirm a tradition that this country in our jurisprudence have come to hold as a pillar of our litigation process.
In their judgment, we have agreed with what the Court of Appeal did, i.e. in saying that we have not given sufficient reasons to have INEC to let us have access into the data that they have at their back end. This data, according to our belief, contains vital information that will assist us to further prosecute our petition. But the good side of it is that we expected something like this could happen. It's either you get your relief or you don't get your relief, so you must have a backup position.
In a sitting which held on August 12, 2019, there was an adjournment for the final ruling on the matter till September 11, 2019. In all, Atiku Abubakar brought 62 witnesses out of the 400 he initially listed, while President Muhammadu Buhari put forward 7 witnesses. The tribunal has ruled, while President Muhammadu Buhari can now heave a sigh of relief and focus on living to the huge responsibilities on his shoulders, we wait to see the next line of action for Atiku Abubakar. Joseph Oko, Galaxy News, Lagos.